As of this Wednesday, the newest episode of The Boys has finished airing, and with it has brought a near 6-year-old story to a close. I think it's safe to say that this is one of the best pieces of media to come out of the superhero genre in a really long time, with it having a lot of really cool and memorable moments that make it stand out in the medium. Now, whether you liked or disliked the series finale, it's safe to say that the team behind the show has done an incredible job, considering the material they were working with. But that's not to say the show didn't have its flaws. It definitely did. Now, having watched the show since the first episode dropped, and even reading the comic, it does seem obvious that The Boys has a big problem when it comes to demonstrating the power of these superpowered characters. Most fights in the series play out like stiff boxing matches, with their actual powers hardly being used, and most characters just being knocked through walls or punched out. I think Gen V definitely does a better job displaying their uniqueness, but the fights are still very stiff. It just makes it hard to believe that this is a guy who can supposedly survive nukes and level cities when the most you see him do is knock people around and laser a plane in half. It's not that big of an issue from a storytelling perspective. I'm sure the creators were more focused with an engaging and compelling story, which is fine, but when a core premise of a show is based around finding weapons and methods strong enough to kill certain characters in the soups, it just makes it a little distracting when a character goes from being able to tank minigun fire and fly to just being choked out by the fishman. It does genuinely feel like a lot of the time the show just undercuts an important character-defining moment with some brief scene meant for shock value or just pure comedy, and this happens a lot more than you would think. I mean, Homelander flies a man in space in like 2 seconds in the newest episode, and then a few scenes later, he literally flies like this. And this is while he's fighting for his life. Or Hal the Deep, who is shown to be comparable to A-Train, who can pull whole freight trains and body other soups like Kimiko. Or New Noir, who, again, tanked this with no damage, gets killed by a regular octopus. And this is immediately after he survived this impact and tanked multiple hits from Starlight without a scratch. Also with A-Train, who is shown many times to run faster than bullets, and even heat vision is also stated to only have a top speed of like 1300 kilometers per hour. And this is while he's amped on V. There are a lot of other inconsistencies with the powers as well, like Soldier Boy's Goy Beam doing whatever the fuck it wants. Sometimes it only blasts people away with little to no damage, while other times it completely obliterates everything in its path. Sometimes it just acts like a bomb. Kimiko is also able to tank Homelander's heat vision multiple times with little effort, after being easily sliced in two by an apparently weaker non-V1 amped Homelander in the first episode. Butcher is also buffed in the series finale, now being strong enough to take on the same V1 amped Homelander in a 1v1 after being absolutely manhandled by what should be a weaker hero Bombsight a few episodes prior and a much weaker Homelander in season 3. And this was a 2v1. Maybe Homelander got weaker after injecting V1. Who knows? The show definitely shined its brightest in season 1 and 2 when it was just these 4 regular dudes, plus maybe Kimiko, just trying to figure out the best way to take out a superhero or to at least neutralize their powers. Now that half the team's got powers themselves and are apparently strong enough to tangle with the strongest suits around, there aren't really any stakes left for them anymore. There are definitely other problems with the show, like how speed is demonstrated, the show's pacing itself, or with the writing, but I just wanted to talk about the power problem for this video. I don't know, I might do another video later, but this is all just my opinion, so, you know, if you don't like it, just don't watch, or whatever.
Subscribe to my channel.